It's Wednesday, February 15th. Welcome again to Pastor Bob Daily. Many of you have asked over the last few weeks about my downsizing, because I've referred to it several times. And I want to talk about that today. You know, it's been, 7 years ago now that I was sitting in a chalet in Switzerland, snowed in, and thinking about some of the pressures of getting home, and one of them was my 4,300 square foot home. 10 bedrooms, really large, and a lot to take care of. 2 acres of land. And it was a lot of stress. I had a lot of people living there, kind of took a lot of people in over the years, and I've been doing that for a long, long time. And I really felt like the Lord tell me to sell everything and downsize. And I went from 4,300 square feet to 300 square feet. That's what you see behind me. And pretty much what you see behind me is my whole house. This is where I live. The only thing you can't see is the bathroom that's around the corner back there. But behind me is the kitchen, and also behind me is all the stuff that we're using to kind of redo the studio here and get it ready for the new podcasting. But it's been one of the greatest things that I've ever done, honestly. And to sell that much stuff was huge. I had a library that was as big as this room, with thousands and thousands of books that I sold. I had a CD collection, a cassette tape collection, an album collection, got rid of it all. I had a movie collection that took up a whole wall, and got rid of all of that. I sold everything. In fact, I sold so much that at one point I think I could have probably hauled everything in my car, pretty much. So that's where I went to. And that's where I'm still at today. And I still have things I'm about to sell. Watch eBay over the next few weeks. I'm going to sell a lot of my collectibles from the years of working with Christian rock and metal. But, you know, it's been kind of cool to downsize. And I've appreciated it and I've enjoyed it. And people say, well, how do you do it? How do you get rid of all of that? And, you know, here's a few just really simple, straightforward things, if you're not already all aware. I got rid of my record, cassette, CD, and MP3 collection. And I went to streaming music instead. So when I tune into Rhapsody, which is the one that I have, you can do Spotify, whatever. I can listen to anything I want, as long as I want, for a minimal fee every month. I got rid of my movie collection and got Netflix. Got rid of my cable TV, and I have Hulu that lets me watch television shows. And I know some of you aren't in the United States, but there are alternatives around the world. Got rid of all my books and went to my Kindle app. And I have that and my digital books on any app that I have on any of my devices, and I can read anywhere. That's been great. I got rid of all of my pictures, and if any of you were in my old home, you know that my walls were filled with pictures. I only had about this much space in between all the pictures on all of the walls. It was a gallery, a history of Christian music and everything. I got rid of it all. I scanned everything, got rid of it. It's all digital now. And the pictures are now on digital picture frames, where I can put 1,000 pictures on one frame and just have it repeating all the time. You know, these kinds of things, folks, minimize everything that you have, a lot less expensive over the long run, and you don't need so much space. And I think this is something that a lot of us need to do. I have friends who complain that they can't raise their children properly. And by properly, they mean, you know, one of them working, one of them staying home and tending to the children and all of that. And yet they need to have a new house and new cars all the time. And they pay for that at the end of the day. So, you know, if you really are serious about raising your children and you'd like to stay home with them, you know, you can do with less. My car is 13 years old, still runs fine. And I know that it's not worth that much, and it may not look as fancy these days as a lot of other cars, but who cares? It runs. I don't have a car payment at the end of the day. You know, there are those little things, folks, that you can do to really cut back. And I think this is significant. I think these are the days that we need to think about conserving. We need to think about living a little more simply. We need to really think about how much does my stuff take up in my life? How much do I work for just accumulating all these things? And can I honestly live happier and healthier with less? I'm going to talk about this again tomorrow. And if you have any questions, specifically, let me know before tomorrow. Be glad to answer. God bless you. Have a great day.